Welcome to 80s week, baby. Welcome to 80s week.
That was incredible. That was really freaking cool. Whose voice was that?
What?
Who I literally almost used this song.
Oh, that was
me. Legitimately, I literally had that song queued up yesterday for my wager watch and flipped it. That's so funny.
I thought that was like part of the song. That was awesome.
It was perfect timing because I was laughing in the background.
I forgot I wasn't muted when I said it. I was like, "Oh God, are we live yet?"
That was awesome. That was
welcome to
really cool.
80s week of Primetime Parlay.
There you go. Welcome to 80s week here on a Saturday, June 22nd. Guys, thank you. Obviously, Keldog, who is our usual weekend warrior, it cannot be with us today, but we went to the bullpen, and we've got the most prolific performance doubles better on the show, possibly on the planet, and that is GPS. Probably. How you doing, GPS?
I'm doing well, my man. Doing well. Got some fun stuff coming for you guys today. But yeah, just glad that I could be available from the bullpen. I've had the rest. The arm's loose. Let's bring it in.
And as always, Howie, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I mean, what a game last night. You guys did awesome on the stream. And then the meeting of the minds came up with the theming of the theme songs for Parlay, which I that was awesome. So how you feel?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. That was an awesome game last night. Like you said, me and Big Red hopped in quick for the third period. Well, second intermission, third period, did a little live stream. Shout out to everybody that came in the chat and was hanging out. We had some new faces in there, or new profiles in there, I guess you would say, profile pictures. So it was nice to see some new interaction in there. It was a great time, great fucking game. On to game 7, back to Miami, baby. Let's see what happens.
Let's go.
Dude, you know what I said? I said they should just scrap this and just play in like Utah at the new arena for game 7 and centralize the location. Because, dude, it's going to be a shame that Edmonton fans, hearing them seeing that building last night, it was electric, dude. Like,
there's something different about Edmonton.
Deafening.
Florida. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Isn't it true that these two places are the furthest possible separated for the NHL possible?
And it just so happens this is the first year they're trying out like 2 days off in between games.
Right.
So
huge for them.
Oh yeah, huge.
But everybody, thank you for joining us here on this weekend. We hope everybody has a fun, safe weekend. And you're watching Primetime Parlay, the only 7-day-a-week live gambling show on the interwebs. And we are brought to you, as always, by this hat right here. Not the hat itself, but the name on the hat, Primetime Productions. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, do that again. Up there. And
to the hat.
Here.
To the hat here.
Yes.
To the thing here.
Primetime Productions, as always. And we are also sponsored by the website, primetimeproductions.net. It's where you can go for all the articles. I mean, Keldog, he's the weekend warrior, so shout him out. As always, a warrior on the keyboard when it comes to posting articles on everything, any sport, all the time, all teams, all sports, all the time. And also podcast pages such as 4 Dudes, 1 Cart, Overtime Chicks, Drop Back Podcast, Cross Court Coverage, Only Bruins, Only Sox, Redbird Report, Something's Brewing, A College Football Podcast, Starched MMA, and Windy City Radio, among others. But you can also go to the website. There's a little button spelled STORE. You can click that button, and this is where it will bring you right there. There's the merch store, PrimeTime right there, where I got this hat right here, one of my favorite hats that I own, beanies, shirts, and a lot of the stuff that I just mentioned, cross-court coverage. In this little drop-down box, only Bruins, only socks. You got hoodies, you got shirts, you got hats, dad hats, beanies, everything, colors. This show, rocking it right now, rocking it in gray.
Also, for all the Celtics fans, there was a hitch with the merch. It will be dropped today after the show, so there will be new Celtics merch, Banner 18 merch after the show today.
Love that. And will it just be on the main, or will it be under cross-court coverage?
It'll be under cross-court coverage, but you'll be able to find it right here on the main page.
It'll probably be one of the first ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna move the browsers where you see my mouse. I'm gonna move the browsers here, and I have it here. I'm gonna fix up the store a little today.
Love it. And Starch MMA for the MMA fans, Windy City Radio.
It's a good fight tonight for the UFC. It's a fight night, but it's still a pretty good fight. Whitaker and somebody. So shout out UFC fans.
Let's go. And then obviously, like I just showed you guys, this shirt right here. It's the slogan of the show. If it don't make sense, don't make dollars. It's simple, it's easy. This comes in black, or gray, and navy. You can pay with the Apple Pay, the Cash App, all the major credit cards. But if you don't want to pay now, you can pay later using Afterpay. 4 interest-free payments payable every 2 weeks utilizing Afterpay. It's safe, it's easy. And just for example, for that shirt, $35, you can do 4 interest-free payments of $8.75. But you can also stack up a bunch of things in your cart and utilize Afterpay. It'll break it down into 4 interest-free payments, easy, safe. And if you don't want to pay now, you can pay later utilizing Afterpay. So shout out to Afterpay as always. Next on the agenda, number 1, we are not paid professional gamblers, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give a shout out to you, GPS, and Joey Vibes for doing this the other day. I don't think I properly have thanked you guys, or gave you guys shout outs, because I was just yelling while you guys are trying to do it. But
it was electric. It was really fun, just because that's the part of the spiel I knew. The primetime prod stuff.
Yeah.
Joey had that on lock, and I was like, hey, listen, I got that we're not professional gamblers. Like, that's on lock. I got that.
Yeah.
Please, and we couldn't remember the Canadian website. Legitimately, Play Safe was just like, it was gone. And both Joey and I looked at each other kind of like, do we know the website? No, we don't. All right, so it's some website up in Canada.
Yeah. Well, I love it. I loved it. It was, man, honestly, some of the most gut-wrenching and panic moments of my life. But
now you know how I feel when my computer just
yeah.
I'm like, oh,
that's what happened to me.
Yeah. What you don't know is the 250-foot Ethernet cable that he has saved in the back of the room was untangled, rattled to his neighbor's house, plugged into the router, and then climbed back up the stairs, plugged into his computer, because he's like, Ma, we didn't pay the cable bill again. Yeah. What are we doing? He's got that bad boy on lockdown.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it was truly a moment, but not paid professional gamblers, even though sometimes we look like him. Number 2, always gamble responsibly at your own risk, because gambling can be addictive. That leads right into number 3. 1-800-GAMBLER is a national help hotline you can utilize if you or a loved one has a problem with gambling. And Play Safe is that place up in Canada where you can utilize resources depending on where you are, what you need. Utilizing Play Safe, it's a hub to get the resources that you or loved one might need for gambling addiction. So that's Play Safe, 1-800-GAMBLER. That's always gamble responsibly at your own risk. And we are not paid professional gamblers, although some of our records would say otherwise. I mean, we've been doing this for a couple months now. I think we're starting to know what we're doing, and there's a slogan that says it all. If it don't
make sense,
it don't make dollars. Gentlemen, we've got a fun Saturday here. Probably be a little quicker one than usual. Electric week, and now we the beginning of 80s week. So shout out to Ian. And honestly, if you want to give a little bit more backstory on that, Howie, if there is it.
Yeah. So last night I was like trying to come up with songs I was just grabbing 2 songs for the live stream we were doing, and then I had this idea, and I was like, I ran it by Ian. I was like, what do you think if like we did like themes for the songs going forward? Like have weeks, like the whole week is like a theme. And like, you know, he loved the idea, and we tested out that new video and like just some other stuff on the live stream last night, and it was hilarious. People loved it. So yeah, going forward, every week is going to be a new week of something, a new genre. Like this week's 80s week, next week might be depressed dad rock, week after that might be Canadian artists. Like I don't know yet. We don't know. If you want to hear a week of something, let us know. If you have songs for the week of something, send them to me and I will put them in the show for you.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea. It's I think the music first and foremost. I mean, maybe one day we have an actual like theme song and you know.
Well, when we get sponsors, we're gonna have to cut the music because if you're getting paid, you can't. Well, but we can use royalty-free music then, and that's when we'll have our own little opening and closing, so we don't have to worry about that.
So, you know, all 3 of us podcasters here. So like this just spurned a thought for like Redbird Report, Big Red. You know, another reference to Big Red. He brought to me, and I love it. I like if you go listen to Redbird Report on Spotify, at Redbird _ report 5 on the Twitter. You can find us there too. Our theme song, which like I heard it, and it's royalty free, and I forget what the exact like title of it was. It's like, but man, I wish I can remember what it was. But when you listen to it, it's like, I don't think it's intentionally take me out to the ball game, but if you like listen to it as a baseball fan, it's like this like easy like strumming like guitar. Like I fell in love with it, and you could find some. And the point I'm trying to make is we're all podcasters. We all have we need to have intros, we need to have transitions, and place the ads and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys done like when it comes to finding like your intro or how you've evolved with transitions and stuff like that? I'm curious, genuinely curious.
For my podcast before Only Bruins, it was called The Beehive. It was about Bruins. My intro was Kickstart My Heart with a bunch of famous Bruins goal calls in the song. So it'd be like Pasternak walking over the line. He comes in, he shoots, he scores, like in the like actual song. So like I edited one together like that. I know Boosie, he edits our Only Bruins one. It says like it has him saying like welcome to the fucking show or something like that, and then the music starts, and then it transitions into just like it has like a nice drop in the song. So he's just like, what's going on, everybody, at that point, same point every time. But other than that, I just pick random songs for this show and just hope it works.
Yeah, absolutely. GPS.
So like currently I went on to royalty free music, and I found something that I layered a speech that I did in like a modified voice. Like I modified my voice to being like, hello everybody, like super low. And so I had a intro made by Chat GPT, and that was how I like came up with the words of my start for the season 5. But before that, we went to YouTube and found a video like the most inspirational sports speeches, and then we cut some of that up and use that. Last year we did a slowed down version of Astronaut in the Ocean, and with the drop, then I overlaid the Bryce Harper homer that John Kruk, after the crack of the bat, he went, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I layered that on top. We did Parker had a call from the Braves that we put into one of the intros too. So we've done a bunch of different stuff. But I think this last one, like using royalty-free music just covers you, so that way you know. And like all I have to do is put like a music track. You can get this by such and such source.
Yeah,
it's royalty-free music, free download. And as long as you put that down at the bottom of your description, you're covered. So it doesn't like that aspect of doing a podcast and making sure that you're safe. It's good there.
Rule of thumb too.
In all,
yeah,
go
like
ahead.
I was just gonna say, rule of thumb that like I've been told by a bunch of people is like 29 seconds and under, you won't get in trouble. At once it hits 30 seconds, once you hit 30 seconds, that's when you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, and technically, if you want to get into it, like if you change 7 notes in any type of song,
if you change the key of it, even you can get away with it.
You can use it with whatever you want, and that I don't want to mess with that. Like we used that in acapella in college, as we changed certain things in college, and we avoided stuff with that. But
I used to make music, so I used to like. When I made music, I made all my intros on my music making software. So like I was able to like tune the key if I wanted to, and then it's technically just my song in the end, which is wild. But it's the same thing with graphic design. Once you change something a certain amount of times, it becomes yours.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's wild. For me, I've always, for a while we had intros made for us, but then since I've been doing it for both podcasts, a college football podcast and Red River Report, like I tend to like I'll throw like a clip or two from the show in at the beginning, like kind of like a hook, and then it'll hit I do it for both. Well, with the ads we have for a college football podcast, I try to get those in the beginning. So like we have like recorded ads that we've done,
so
and
he
and just so they're out there, we don't have to worry about them anymore. And then I'll throw in a clip from the show where we're cracking up or like something crazy.
Yeah, I like that. I've heard you do that before.
Yeah, and then throw the intro song right into it. There's so many ways to do it. I've wrestled with the idea of
32 Thoughts with Elliot Friedman. I don't know who edits their pod. It's obviously not them. They're sports analysts, but they do that too. They laugh at that. They have like a funny part at the very beginning, and then it's just like and it's like a hockey puck hitting a post, and then it gets into the podcast. So I really like how they. And then I heard you do it, and I was like, oh, that's hilarious. No way.
Yeah, it's just kind of a way to like everybody, because I'm wrestling. I think I might have to. We may start springing. Spend a couple bucks to get like a nice professionally made intro made. But I think the idea of putting like a funny spot in the beginning is just like okay, I want to find where they said this. Like I want to
exactly.
Until they said
draws you in.
What led up to that crazy laughter that they had,
Yeah, he's really just chasing views on his previous episodes because he's sitting there like, oh, I can get him to go back to 100 different episodes to try to get his listener up. I see you, Pat.
I'll take anything. Yeah.
I literally said on this show once, I was like, dude, that the only times that I really listen back to myself on a podcast is when I know I'm like 1 or 2 viewers short of hitting the threshold I need. So I'll listen and I'll get somebody else to listen. So I smack thresholds. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, absolutely. It's but it's just interesting as 3 of us do multiple podcasts on, and it's still like we're in kind of a lull period for podcasts, but at the same time, because it's the market is so saturated, there's just so many of them that started, around, COVID mostly. And there are still cracks you can fit through and make some money and get out there and be looked at. And that's just kind of that's my goal. Other than this show, this show is completely different because this is a live stream every single day. This is completely different, but that intro that you bestowed upon us, Howie, just got me on that tangent. And Saturdays are meant to be, the weekends are meant to be conversational, meant to have some fun, but we also do still have picks to make. Do we want to do canoe and then felt, or felt and canoe? What do you guys think?
We'll just do felt then canoe because we got a really short show today, right?
Yeah,
so
why not? Yeah, let's do
might
it.
as well just do. We'll get it out of the way now.
It's dangerous. And it can be addictive. 1-800-GAMBLER. It is the film.
Okay, so I want a little left field today. Yeah.
Let's go.
I went a little left field today, and
Oh,
I have no knowledge of soccer.
So
I know Cristiano Ronaldo's on Portugal. I know that, but I know nothing about soccer. This popped up right when I logged into my app, and I said, "Meh, why not? Let's throw Portugal money line." It was at dash 165. Who are they playing again? I think it's not the
Give me a
Netherlands.
second, I got you.
Turkey. They're already
they're playing Turkey. They're up 1-0 as of right now.
The game already started. They're up 1-0. All right, so you won't be able to bet this. Everybody else, because it's dash 600 now. But I got Portugal money line in before the wire. That's why I went with 4 bets today, because I was like, this is a fun bet. It'll probably be starting right around mid show, so we'll see what we can do here. So I got Portugal money line. And then going back to the field I normally bet on, we're going Boston Red Sox money line. I don't see them lose. I watched this team live. They just swept the Jays, who are in shambles right now. But
they are.
Tyler O'Neill, I've been watching a lot of sorry. My thing just froze there for a second. I've been watching a lot of the Red Sox lately. I think they're gonna get this win against the Reds today. I was shocked that they lost last night, and I'm going Tyler O'Neill home run because, in air quotations, he's been quiet, and I mean quiet as in he hasn't gotten a home run in the past 2 games, and he has been slugging them this year. So everything he hits is a home run. I'm going Tyler O'Neill home run in the Sox game. And then I am going Jays Guardians under 8.5. I liked both the pitchers in this game. That's why I went with the under. Oh, CJ's back. I went with the under in this game because I like both of the pitchers, and the Jays can't hit the fucking ball right now. So, I went Jays Guardians under 8.5 to wrap that up. Portugal money line, it's already on, unfortunately. Boston Red Sox money line over the Reds. Tyler O'Neill home run. Jays and Guardians under 8.5. GPS, what do you got for us?
So, self-proclaimed king of the performance double, so I smacked 3. Orioles today, they got smacked in the mouth yesterday down in Houston. And they came back with vengeance. They scored 7, but 7 wasn't enough when they were down was it like 13 at one point. But they have Mr. Corbin Burns on the hill today. So yeah, I got Corbin with 6+ Ks or over 5.5. I use alternate strikeouts when I do performance doubles. It kind of hedges my bet down on the strikeouts compared to the standard over under. Just so.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that yours say +6+, but just just because for the bettors that watch the show, we always do it this way. So
no,
I just wanted to,
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just let everybody know that's the reason why you might not find that exact line. You got to go to the alternate strikeout to get that line.
Yeah.
But I make it so usually all of my bets are in the positive or right around, they're definitely more than -150 when I do these. So it at least make you some decent cash if you bet them. And that's the reason why, even though I'm 15-9, I know we're not showing the record. We're 15-9, but I'm up 8 units because even though my bets, I'm only 6 up, I'm up 8 units because all of my bets are towards the positive side. So that's what makes it nice. But Corbin Burns has been on a tear. I like Blanco as a pitcher for Houston, but I just think Baltimore's coming out with some revenge. They got some momentum with those runs last night, even though it didn't net them the W. My second one, Jared Jones has been underratedly one of the best pitchers in the National League, and he's the second best pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's either him or Mitch Keller. But the Rays are a team that I know they put up 10 last night, but that wasn't against Jared Jones. Jones has been pitching extremely well. I have his baseball reference up here. I just have to get it again. But he, oh crud, it left me. But he's been pitching really well. And I know it's his first year in the bigs, but strong performance. and his strikeout rate, it's up and down, up and down. I feel like he's going to have another up today. So give me five plus Ks or 4.5 here on the screen, and a Pirates win. I don't see the Rays winning 2 in a row. And then, of course, going back to the bread and butter, Phillies had a disastrous out. Well, Tyon just gave up 3 dingers last night, kind of killed him. But you got our ace back on the mound, Zach Wheeler. He's the runner-up for the Cy Young last year. And he had a rough outing last time out. He doesn't have 2 back-to-back rough outings. So give me a more Wheeler-like performance today with 7+ or over 6.5, and a Phillies W today versus the Diamondbacks, so they can rectify what the Diamondbacks did to their field on Game 7 in the NLCS last year. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Wheeler's going to have a masterful day today. That's my feeling today, and the Phillies get the dub.
I love it. I just wrote a couple of those. So shout out, yeah, love the king of the performance doubles back on his PDs. But I will end us off here on the felt with my favorite bet for a little bit now. It's just Yankees money line and Judge over 1.5 total bases. Sometimes it'll be 2.5. So to get it at 1.5 is something you have to grab. I mean, obviously it's not guaranteed by any stretch, but he's an extra base hit machine. He's a home run machine. It's just one of those bets that you get it like 150 plus usually. So I'm throwing it in there. I knew GPS was going to be on the show. I wanted to do Judge Yankees money line, one of my favorite ones that I've done so far this year. Next, the Mets. They are still on a tear since Grimace pitched. They are in Chicago, but I'm riding the Mets. I'm just a double Broadway pick, to be honest. There's not real. Still think that they are riding they're a hot team. Let me find their last 10.
Portugal's up 2-0 right now.
Let's go.
I just saw it get added.
Let's go, baby.
I took 2.5 live over 2.5 live. Yeah.
Yeah, they just went up 2-0 over Turkey. I mean, you have arguably one of the best players on the planet with Portugal, and God, what the heck's his name? Now I'm drawing a blank. Cristiano Ronaldo. That's right. Yeah, I mean he is kind of the GOAT as far as that's concerned. So yeah,
people get mad at you. They'll say Messi.
They'll say Messi, but I mean Ronaldo is he's special when the ball touches his foot.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but he is.
But Mets 8-2 in the last 10. They're on a hot streak. They're surging. Cards money line. The Cards, and I feel so bad. And we actually didn't really even mention it, but how the game was. Well, you did GPS. Was in the stadium where Willie Mays played his first game.
Yeah, it was in Rickford or Rickwood.
Rickwood, Alabama.
I still can't believe how little that game was fucking advertised.
Yeah, baseball
so bad.
Especially
the Winter Classic is fucking hot. NHL's big thing. Like other sports look at the Winter Classic and they're like, "That's fucking cool. That's a good idea. It makes a lot of money, gets the fans involved, blah, blah, blah." You have the opportunity to do this with this game, and they completely fumbled it, in my opinion.
They did way better with the Yankees, White Sox, cornfield.
Yeah, the Field of Dreams game.
I
think it was advertised. I don't know. I wouldn't say appropriately. I think it was under advertised. However, the bigger deal happened because this game was already scheduled, but then the passing of Willie Mays, RIP, like that made it like it could have been much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the reason why everybody's, I don't know. I wouldn't say outraged, but like there's a bigger, oh my gosh, they missed the mark on this.
Yeah.
Like if Willie Mays hadn't have passed, I don't know if as much scrutiny would be on how they didn't advertise that game.
That's true.
So, like, I'm
but
not
see,
sitting here saying that they did a good job because they could have done better, but that's just
Yeah.
where I'm at.
It was a good game too. It was a good
No,
game.
and that's my thing. Like, it's like it was sick jerseys. Like, make
Yeah.
a fucking thing out of it. Like, it's
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's a cash cow that they're just letting sit in the fucking field. It makes
I would tend to agree with you. Yeah. So I mean, hey, the Cards got the win. Happy about it. Back to 500.
Sick hats too. I might get one of those
jerseys
hats.
were awesome. It was such a cool like setting.
Yeah, San Fran jerseys were sick.
I love it. But
With the orange stripe.
Back to business today. The Cardinals will get the win today. I'm guaranteeing that
Mark Messier guaranteeing a win.
Guaranteeing that the Cardinals win today. I don't know what
dude.
punishment I would have to.
All right, I'm putting $6,000 on it.
I don't know.
You're gonna throw your mortgage on that bet?
Yeah.
Responsibly at your own
That's
risk.
a hard sell, my guy.
Responsibly at your own risk. No, I guarantee it. I don't know what I have to
What was the number again? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
The only reason why I tend to agree with you, I would tend to not agree with you. It's the Hicks revenge game.
Yeah, Jordan Hicks back in St. Louis. I'm aware of that.
So that's the only thing that gives me pause, man.
Miles has been pitching way
Hicks
better.
could throw like 6.
Miles has been pitching way better.
Not to dream.
Hicks has the added emotion of being back in St. Louis, where he's going to get a standing ovation. He's going to get the love from the crowd. Give me Cards money line. I'm guaranteed. I woke up this morning and saw that they were both the Giants and the Cardinals were at -110. Hammered the Cards -110. Give me that all day, twice on Sunday. After staving off destiny, which would have been my friends are mad at me that the Cardinals beat the Giants on that in that game.
Oh, really?
They're holding me personally accountable, and I sent them a picture of it was Barry Bonds, very cringy picture where it was Willie Mays was still alive again, R.I.P. And it was Barry Bonds with like this giant smile next to Willie Mays, who was like asleep in his hospital bed. And I sent them that picture.
Oh, God.
Hey, giant legends.
Giant
And
legends.
the Cardinals won, so what do you want me to do? But then the last but not least, I'm going back to I started at the Athletics.
Did you see the end of that game?
The Cardinals
Yesterday? No, Tigers, White Sox.
No.
The White Sox player didn't know how many outs there was.
Oh no.
And he ran to second and got picked off at first.
Oh no.
Yeah, and the game was over.
Yeah.
Oh, White Sox. This season from hell for the White Sox.
Dude, they don't even know how many outs there is in the fucking
I don't know.
game.
That's right.
I was like, that's
57.
gotta be like
20-57. They're 7-32 away from home.
I still
Tigers-
haven't. I've stayed away from them ever since the one game at the beginning of the year. I bet it was the only game on, and I was like, I'll take the White Sox, and they got beat 10-1, and I was like, I'm not even touching their games anymore.
No, they're very bad. They're
in my own personal doghouse.
They're trending to be one of the worst.
They're on Brett's life raft. We'll just say that.
No, I'm going back to what I did I started with the Athletics, which I had to give up. I think I played around with it for a couple teams, but I'm back on it. Bet against the worst team on the run line. The White Sox are very clearly the worst team in baseball by a large margin. So give me Tigers at home, -1.5. You'll always get it a little bit of plus money. So yeah, it's a risky bet. It is always a risky bet to do run lines in baseball. I'm aware of that, but the White Sox really stink. Yeah, a +125 is what I got it at. So,
98% of the spread money is on the Tigers today.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's the spread money. If you want to look at money line money,
Probably more.
Money line's at 89%. So a lot of this, but the big money is at 97%. So like the professional gamblers, 97% of the money line is on the Tigers, and 96% of the run line is on the Tigers for any big money out there. So I get those from sportsbettingdime.com if you
Love it.
if you want to check it out there. So
Well,
That's how I get all my info.
there's the felt, ladies and germs. But I guess we will do a best bet canoe to send everybody on their Saturday. If either one of you have anything pressing, I kind of wanted to go away from my picks, but
I think I want to go with the Jays Guardians under. I think I want to throw an under on the Saturday.
And
let me pull that up.
The reasoning behind that?
What?
The reasoning behind that?
Jays can't hit the fucking ball unless Bichette's in the lineup for some reason. They're broken whenever he gets injured. I don't understand why. Vladdy's literally the only guy hitting the ball, and I hate the Guardians.
I'm totally on board for an under.
Oh, plus both the pitchers today. That's why.
Edward Lively and Jose Barrios.
Barrios, yeah. And Barrios has been pitching pretty good lately. I was on Kikuchi, but I've shifted to Barrios. Or Barreros, however the fuck you say it.
It is Barrios, shockingly enough.
Okay.
Yeah, shockingly
because they say it with a Canadian accent up here, so it sounds like Barrios.
Yeah, it's Barrios.
Yeah.
Mets clubs under 11. I kind of want to do unders.
Are we doing an under day? Underdog day?
I want to do unders now. Yes,
find me two.
You need me to find an under? All right.
What are you? What were you? Before what were you thinking?
Well, I haven't been thinking of anything. I was looking all over the place.
The Twins A's is going over. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Twins A's is going over. Could. Very well could. I'm trying to look for two big pitchers with a massive over.
Oh, Astros Orioles under. Blanco and Burns. Come on, baby.
Yeah, I mean that I like that.
What's the under set? What's the line?
7.5.
Oh, that's too tight.
That is a tough under.
I can get it at 8, but I don't want to push on a fucking parlay.
Well, yeah, but
that sucks. I hate when that happens.
Pushing a parlay just gets voided, and so that just cuts that end.
That leg just gets cut out. You'd still win. Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't know.
You still take a dub. Yeah. Well, it all depends on which sportbook you're betting.
DraftKings usually does that.
FanDuel will avoid it. Yeah, if you push, it takes that.
Dude, I got
out, and then you still get.
Big Red's converted to BetMGM.
Oh man,
I've got one.
Oof.
I've got one.
I'd be there if I could get it in Connecticut.
Yeah.
My problem is I'm not with DraftKings because they won't accept my license.
Really?
Because I moved from
because of the states and shit,
and now Virginia, like it is impossible to get a DMV appointment. By the way, like literally impossible.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, COVID. But because of that, you have to get it online. Well, they won't send you a physical ID online. You have to have an appointment. And the only way you can get an appointment is if your license is physically expiring within however many months or days, whatever. Yeah. So my license is still good through 2028. So they won't let me come in to get a new one.
Yeah.
So they have this little paper that says, "Hey, this is your new address." It goes with it. So like if a cop pulls me over, I just give them both. Yeah. But if I send it to DraftKings goes, I don't know what
they don't care.
I'm like, this is bullcrap.
Yeah.
FanDuel was just like, yeah, you're in the state of Virginia. You're over 21.
Yeah, FanDuel appears the same way. They're just like, whatever. We don't need ID.
Yep. Yeah, like I sent my ID, and they're like, yeah, you're in Virginia. Yeah, it says who you say you are, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I just had BetMGM ask me about my workplace again the other day.
That's funny. Well, they want to make sure you're getting your money legally. They don't want dirty money.
No.
Yeah. And that's because of all the Vegas laws. But we can get into that a little later. If you like another under,
I have a proposition. We have an under. We have an under. Do we want to throw in the biggest over on the day so that we have one that we're rooting against points or runs?
Sox Tigers?
No, I have Mets Cubs over 11.
You think so, eh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to ride it. I kind of want to ride that.
All right.
McGill versus Tyon. That's a
tough over.
That is.
Well, why is it set at 11?
Well, what I'm saying is
McGill bullpen stinks.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm not disagreeing.
McGill, though,
It's minus 115. It's a favorite over 11
right
now.
I'm looking at McGill's last 5. He is somewhat due for a blow-up game.
This would just be fun.
All right, I'll take it.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that.
Yeah,
over.
I'll take it.
So Mets over 11. We have the under 9 for Guardians Blue Jays.
What's Tyon been doing lately? I haven't really followed the Cubs at all.
That's just a fun bet. Like let's go.
Jameson Tyon's due for a blow-up too. He has a blow-up like every 3 to 4 games.
Let's root
and
for.
His last one was against the White Sox. He got blown up. So why not against the Mets?
It's in Chicago. Maybe they got the wind blowing out. Who knows?
Is the wind? All right, stop. Hold on. Now you're getting in. Now you're getting into my realm. Remember, that's my undergrad is meteorology. Hold on.
Give it to me. Okay, this will determine. We're gonna go over and under no matter what. It's based on the weather right now. Do you guys agree?
Oh yeah.
If the wind's blowing in, we go under. If the wind's blowing out, we go over.
Hold on. I'm pulling it up.
Okay, give it to me. Which way is the wind blowing in Wrigley? You won't get this on any. That should be a segment every day. Which way is the wind blowing?
Which way is the wind blowing?
Which way is the wind blowing? Listen, the wind is blowing out at Wrigley, I believe.
We're going over. We're
going over.
Let me confirm.
We're hammering
the wind is out of the southwest and is blowing out at Wrigley.
We're going over. We're riding the over. Give me over 11.
It's blowing out heavy, by the way.
Keldog he's at work when he's got a 5.
Going out to Wrigley. Like no joke. I'm gonna flip it. So they're right here. I don't know if you see where my finger is. 20-mile-an-hour winds at 12 o'clock today.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You see how it's going like that, right? I'm gonna pull up Google Maps. We're going to zoom in on Wrigley. I put that arrow right on. That's blowing out at Wrigley, baby.
It's going out.
Let's go.
We got it. We're riding.
It's blowing out at Wrigley.
Let's go.
You're not getting this. You're not getting this at any other. Fly podcast.
No. We might need to make this an everyday segment.
This might have to be a segment. Yeah.
Is it out or in at Wrigley?
Blowing out at Wrigley.
Is it out or in at Wrigley?
Do we go over? No, it's a daily bet. Over or under in the Cubs game when they're home.
Yeah.
Is it blowing in or out at Wrigley? I like it. I can get down with it.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, we got 2 that I love. Do we want to find a third? GPS. Find us a third one.
A third.
Whether it's an over under, any bet.
Confirm what the 2 that we have are.
Under 8.5.
We have the over there.
Yeah. I have under 9 Blue Jays and Guardians, and then over 11 Cubs. That's
let me find the biggest money bet. All right, what is the money line on? I like Washington versus Colorado today. I like Washington to win.
It's so funny you say that because I was like, man, I kind of like the over in that game, to be honest.
Let me see what the. All right,
just over. Because it's in
Colorado.
Yeah, it's in Colorado.
All right, give me a second.
We're
testing the wind again.
Oh no way! Oh no way!
Hold on.
Let's go. This is incredible.
Because it's set at minus 110 on mine either way. Like it's a toss up, but I think there's a real possibility we see a
Let me check the wind. Hold on.
We see everybody go yardo. Oh, dude, I'm 1 win away from the World Series with my rebuilt athletics team. We're so good, dude. I got Bryce Harper on my athletics team. CJ.
All right, now we have to test this out. Now, hold on. The wind's actually blowing from right to left.
Okay.
In Coors today.
But then you gotta find the stadium. This is.
Well, I already found the stadium. I'm saying right now it is blowing. They have an easterly wind.
Okay.
They're blowing. It's from right.
We need at 9:10 Eastern. 9:10 Eastern.
9:10 Eastern. All right, let me keep going there. Hold on.
Oh, it's gonna be a late game. I'm watching that game tonight. That's gonna be a late
weather
game.
Trackers. Well, look at this.
That game will be done till midnight. Hell yeah.
Give me a sec.
Oh my!
All right, the
goodness.
winds are shifting later tonight out of the south-southwest, which would bring it from like third base to center. So technically
that.
blowing slightly out. Yep, tonight winds are shifting from east northeast ish to south southwest. That cold front's lifting. It's gonna be 65 degrees.
This is amazing.
little up on the humidity. I'm gonna tell you. So the humidity right now 19%, 90 degrees. Getting a little bit more humid, which is actually good. I don't know if y'all know this.
Is ball going to stick to the bat too much, though?
So humidity is actually – humid air is less dense than dry air.
Yes. If the ball cuts through
less
it.
dense.
Yeah.
It flies a little better because you get a little bit more backspin.
In Colorado,
The
we're taking the over.
Yes. I think you take the over. Wind out.
Taking the over.
Dude, the first two games were like 9-5 and like 8-2 or some shit like that.
All right. I'm locking it in.
I got it at 628.
Yeah, Blue Jays, Guardians under 9, Mets, Cubs over 11, Nationals, Rockies over 10.5.
We're taking over unders today.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm getting it on FanDuel here in a second.
Over on
DraftKings.
This is a little bit of Red Rover here.
Password.
Oh, Red Rover. Over.
All right, so the Cubs were going over. We're going under in the Blue Jays Cleveland game. We're going over in the Rockies game. I got it at plus 607.
I got it at 628.
Oh man, I'm sounding it out. Look, maybe I don't know. The odds makers are doing their thing, but what a canoe! That was. I mean, where else are you going to get live wind reports via GPS? A meteorology major?
Yeah, technically I am a meteorologist. I'm not paid by it, but I have the degree that tells you I am.
Hell yeah.
That's incredible.
So
thank you guys. I don't know how else we can top that. So I guess we bid everybody adieu on the weekend. Thank you, GPS, for being here. I think Kel will be back. Yeah, Kel will be back. And I mean, if we need another, I'll let you know if you're around.
Yeah, I don't know if Hammer's going to be here tomorrow because he's going to Shane Gillis tonight. So he's going to be in one.
Yeah, he told me that it was most likely not.
Yeah, which is okay. Shane Gillis is dope.
Yeah, but Howie, you're the man, and we continue. May your bets be prosperous. May you ride or fade and make money anyway. Presented as always by PrimeTime Productions. Shout out. Go to the STORE store. We love you guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Normal time, most likely. And 80s week.
Do we have a song to play us out?
Yeah, 80s week continues.
It's a double down. It's a double down from like a week ago, but it has to be played on 80s week.
But it's shout out 80s week. Go buy a t-shirt, and remember, if it don't make sense, it don't make
dollars. Get the Saturday going. Let's go.